Welcome, Johnnies, to episode 3 of Eye of the Storm. I'm Nicole Augusto.
And I'm Robert Bartels.
We've got the leading stories in and around St. John's, and we're bringing them straight to you. Let's get to the news. We opened today's report with some amazing news concerning the campus at large. We here at WRED-TV would like to congratulate every single student who has participated in a community service effort on behalf of St. John's University this year. As for the 9th consecutive year, St. John's has been named an official member of the President's Higher Education Community Service Honor Roll, as selected by the United States government's Corporation for National and Community Service. Last year, according to our university's officials, St. John's students logged a staggering 139,710 hours of service in the last year alone, which would be the equivalent of nearly 16 years worth of community service. Deanna Southwell, Executive Director of St. John's Vincentian Institute for Social Action, said of the honor, quote, "As a Catholic and Vincentian institution, St. John's is committed to addressing the needs of the poor as well as the marginalized. This acknowledgement reflects our dedication to our mission and the impact our students continue to have on the community."
In more St. John's success, University President Bobby Gempsall has just been named onto the prestigious Queen's Power 50. The list is an extremely exclusive and coveted honor that is only reserved for the most influential and positively contributive members of the community here in Queens County. The official press release announcing all of the winners in City and State New York magazine said of Gempsall, "The hiring of Conrado Bobby Gempsall in 2014 signaled a shift in the history of the university. His is the first professional educator and layperson to run the institution, focusing heavily on improving the educational environment for students as well as expanding on partnerships and with the community abroad. Gempsall's impact on this campus has been amazingly beneficial to everyone here at St. John's. And this achievement is just a small token of that."
In internet news, the popular website Reddit and its CEO, Steve Huffman, admitted to editing user posts concerning Donald Trump to the point of censoring users on the front page of the website. In a post he wrote himself to users across the site, Huffman expressed deep regret for deleting or altering posts made by users of the popular pro-Trump subsection of the site, subreddit The Donald, and said that he edited and removed the post that he did after he was sent abusive and explicit comments by several members of the community at large, many of them heavy subscribers to the subreddit The Donald page. While he did express apology, he did continue with, quote, "When we separate the behavior of some of the Donald users from their politics, it is their behavior we cannot tolerate." Clashing communities and passive-aggressive politics continue to plague Reddit as it does the nation. More stories like this are definitely going to be showing up in the coming weeks, I'm sure.
St. John's University organization Habitat for Humanity held a haunted house recently, and WRED-TV was there to let us know what students were up to.
Hey, this is Joanna Pauline with WRED-TV. We're here in Marillac Terrace, where Habitat for Humanity is hosting a haunted house called The Nightmare Before Christmas. And we got the unique opportunity to go interview some people that are running the event. Let's go check it out.
So this is basically an event for fundraising for Habitat NYC. It's a haunted house that we incorporated for, Christmas before the finals, something to, give entertainment to the students and also raise money.
We're kind of going to be starting up front, and when you come in, you're going to have different dolls and different stuff like that, trying to hit people's different inner fears. We're going to move in, and this is kind of like the Nightmare Before Christmas, and then as you kind of progress through, you're going to be having Chucky and different stuff like that come at you.
Basically, this is also, it's collaborative with the movie Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a favorite for, I believe, everyone. And we wanted to do horror with the Halloween version of it, and then Christmas because Christmas is just around the corner, and just, something to get people to relax and have fun.
It was really fun. It was pretty scary, and it was real realistic. The blood looked like it was real. It was kind of crazy.
I came in a little bit earlier, and they hit me with a whole bunch of liquid latex, so now it's all stuck to me, and they did a whole bunch of cool little makeup tricks that they saw from different stuff, and Now I'm coated in chocolate syrup.
Wow, what a great event for a really great cause. And we got some good spooks along the way. Joanna Pauline reporting from Marillac Terrace, WRED-TV. Back to you, Rob and Nicole.
Thank you, Joanna. In lighter news, it looks like we're all going to be saving some money in the next few years, as the Government Accountability Office has reviewed many of the income-driven student loans and will be forgiving a large portion of student debt in the coming years. As much as $108 billion nationwide, about 5.3 million borrowers carrying some $355 billion in loans are part of the repayment plans, which makes this new announcement groundbreaking for Americans who have been victimized by point systems and fluctuating interest rates for decades. In its analysis, the Government Accountability Office faulted the Department of Education for how it has estimated costs for the plan, saying it found numerous shortcomings in the agency's approach. The report said weaknesses in this approach may cause costs to be over or understated by millions of dollars.
Now we go to a commercial break. We'll be back after this.
Hey, 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 guess what? I'm here to do my service.
You know what? I don't want to talk to you anymore, so that's it.
It's been another exciting week of sports, which of course brings us to another week of SportsWire.
Thank you, Robert and Nicole. Welcome to our final episode of this semester here at SportsWire. I'm Balaskevac Xenofontos.
And I'm Jennifer Hugg. A lot has happened since our last show. The reigning and defending Big East champions, the St. John's Red Storm women's basketball team, has had their ups and downs this year. The team currently sits at a 500 record of 3-3. In their last game, the Johnnies defeated the Albany Great Danes 54-36. Senior Jade Walker led the team with 13 points in the victory. This is the Johnnies' first home win of the season. Their next game is tomorrow at 2 p.m. against the Lafayette Leopards at Carneseca Arena.
We're about a fourth of the way through the NBA season, and the New York Knicks set at 500 with a 9-9 record and currently hold the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. It hasn't been the easiest of schedules for the Knicks so far, but the team has managed to compete with and defeat the likes of the Bulls, Hawks, and Hornets, all teams currently expected to make the playoffs. Offense hasn't been much of a problem for the Knicks, as they already had a number of 30-point performances, including 2 each from Kristaps Porzingis and Carmelo Anthony, and most recently, 1 from Derrick Rose. However, defense and road games continue to be areas of struggles for the Knicks. The team has only won 1 of the 7 road games played this season, and they're allowing an average of 114 points per 100 possessions on the road. That changed on Wednesday night as the Knicks defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 106-104. After struggling the entire game, his one shot with 2.3 seconds left, Carmelo Anthony hit the game-winning shot to secure a Knicks victory. Knicks will go on a 5-game West Coast road trip, their first big road trip of the season, late next week. So fans can only hope that they'll start showing signs of improvement before it's too late. Until then, the Knicks will meet the Timberwolves tonight at the Mecca, and next week they will host the Sacramento Kings and the Cavaliers at the Garden, and will travel to Miami to face the Heat. It goes without saying that these next 2 weeks are very important for the Knicks if they plan on getting their record over 500 anytime soon.
The New York Giants entered Week 12 of the NFL season with a 5-game winning streak and look to gain some ground in the NFC East with a matchup against the 0-11 Cleveland Browns. The Giants won handily 27-13 to move to 8-3 on the season. Eli Manning threw 3 touchdowns on the day, including 2 touchdowns to star wideout Odell Beckham Jr. The Giants currently sit in second place in the NFC East, 2 games behind the division-leading Dallas Cowboys. The Giants will head to Pittsburgh to face the 6-5 Steelers this Sunday at Heinz Field. The New York Jets came into Week 12 3-7 and are in dead last in the AFC East. The Jets took on the East-leading New England Patriots and managed to keep it a close game into the fourth quarter. The Jets ended up losing 22-17 to push their record to an unsightly 3-8 on the year. Some notables on the Jets side, Ryan Fitzpatrick threw 2 touchdowns on day 1 to Quincy Enunwa for 22 yards and 1 to Brandon Marshall for 1 yard. Fitzpatrick didn't throw any interceptions, surprisingly, but still maintains the NFL lead in most picks thrown. The Jets will go into Week 13 facing the 5-6 in Indianapolis
Indianapolis Colts on Monday Night Football, hoping to win to make the season a bit more tolerable for Jets fans.
The St. John's Red Storm's men's basketball team played the Delaware State Hornets Tuesday night at Carnesecca Arena. SportsWire's Ashley Chaparro was there for the action.
It was a close first half for the St. John's men's basketball team. They went neck and neck against Delaware State, tying 5 times. Bashir Ahmed scored an impressive 13 points, while Marcus Levitt scored 2 3-pointers. They played aggressive defense, but unfortunately fell short as Delaware State took the lead 38-34. In the second half, Delaware State maintained their lead for a steady 34 minutes and 51 seconds. The Red Storm fought hard to catch up. Bashir Ahmed was making it rain threes with a total of 4. On the defensive end, Kasum Yakwe kept up a strong fight with a total of 7 blocks. Despite their best efforts, however, St. John's was unable to secure the win.
Despite giving it their all, the St. John's men's Red Storm basketball team lost to Delaware State 72-79. Their next game is this Friday in New Orleans against Toulon. This is Ashley Chaparro for SportsWire, WRED-TV.
Thank you, Ashley. Well, that's all we have for today's episode of SportsWire. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next semester. For Jennifer Hug, I'm Basque Vaxano Fontos. Back to you, Robert and Nicole.
Thank you, Paraskevas and Jennifer. In more tech news, Netflix has just released a hot new feature that continues to shake the game of content streaming to its core. In a move that not even YouTube can compare with, Netflix will now allow viewers to download their content offline to be viewed on any Netflix applicable device at any time. Shows already available include Netflix originals such as Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things, and House of Cards, and programs from other networks such as Parks and Recreation, The Office, and Friday Night Lights.
It's that time of year again. That's right. Finals week. Students all around the country, and in particular St. John's, have been preparing and panicking about upcoming test dates. Our correspondent was out and about on campus this week to see what our students were doing to get ready for the busy weeks ahead.
The holiday season is coming up, but finals seem to be what's on everybody's mind here in St. John's campus. As the Christmas lights come up and the festivities grow near, stress seems to be at all-time highs as students are getting ready for their tests. We're going to be going around St. John's campus to get everybody's opinions on the upcoming finals. Finals week is coming up. It's been a stressful time for everybody. How have you guys been getting ready?
I've just been trying to plan everything and situate when I'm going to study and how I'm going to study, so I have enough time to sleep and get ready for the next day.
I'm just studying a lot. This weather isn't really helping, but I'm trying to focus, trying to crack down on all the material I need to know, and just trying to get A's across the board this semester.
Well, I've been studying each chapter every single day and just kind of reading over all my notes just to ensure that I can do well on my test when it comes.
What are some tips and tricks that you guys have been keeping in mind? Studying's very hard. What's kind of been y'all's secret to studying?
One thing for me is definitely keeping my phone away from me, charging, because then if it's not near me, I won't get up and go get it to use it because I'll be too lazy and too busy studying for the tests.
So it's Wednesday, I usually catch up on studying this day, come from work, then come to campus, study some. And it helps when you have banana pudding from Magnolia because my sweet tooth, if I don't have sugar, I cannot focus.
I'm not trying to leave everything for the last minute. I've learned that leaving things for the last minute and studying the day before a test doesn't work out in my favor. So I've been trying to counteract that.
For me personally, you need to get into a sort of flow. For example, you can't just turn up and then go straight hit the books right away because there's such a contrast. You need to be in that right mindset. And once you're in that flow, you got to keep on doing it because if something disrupts that flow, it'll kill you.
Here at the D'Angelo Center for WRED-TV, I'm Zach Mahavier. Back to you guys.
Good luck to all those taking finals because it's going to get real very soon. This is also a time of stress on many students and their mental health, which prompted one student, Jill Perota, to start a petition to address St. John's University's lack of counselors to adequately address mental health among college students. Our reporter, Missy Dunlop, spoke to her about her purpose in this petition.
This is Missy Dunlop from Marillac Hall. I'm here with Jillian Perota, a sophomore psychology major, who has started a petition to improve services at St. John's University's Counseling Center. Hi Jill, how are you today?
I'm great, thanks for having me.
So what was your initiative with this petition?
I started this petition to advocate for better mental health services on campus here. Currently on campus, students are only allowed to get 6 counseling center sessions, and then they have to go for outside help, which I felt was, for the amount that we pay to go here, was a little bit short of what we would need to have better help on campus.
So what sparked your interest in advocacy for mental health?
Well, personally, I suffer from anxiety, so I've gotten a lot of help from doing outside counseling. And I feel like it would be really beneficial for students here because obviously we're under a lot of stress with finals, work, internships, and I feel like it's really important. Also, as a psych major, I've seen how mental health really does affect a majority of college students, and I think it's really important that they're able to get the help they need without the stigma of having them be labeled as like crazy for mental health.
So this is all really exciting. So what progress have you made so far?
Well, so far we've gotten hundreds of people to sign and share the petition. We've also been able to speak at different campus events, and also we've gotten meetings with heads of administration in order to talk about different ways that we could revamp the counseling center or make it more readily available to any student that wants the help.
So what do you see for the future here at St. John's University regarding mental health awareness?
For the future, I really hope that students at St. John's will be able to get the help that they need when they need it without having the stigma of mental health, because it's really such a big issue. So many students suffer from anxiety or depression or just being overwhelmed with work and stuff, and I feel like it's really important that they're able to get help and not have to worry about who will judge them for it.
Special thanks for Jillian for speaking with us tonight, and we hope to see more progress as her petition continues. Missy Dunlop, Marillac Hall, WRED-TV.
It's been a while, but the world of showbiz is as busy as ever, and as always, our hosts at Entertainment have got you covered. What's happening out there, guys?
So much is happening right now, Nicole, but right now is the perfect time to congratulate Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, who just gave birth to a baby boy. The child was born November 30th, which makes this baby number 2 for the couple.
Oh my gosh, I love them so much.
They're goals. They're like soulmates, you know?
Ever since that 70s show, I have loved them and wanted them to be together.
I know, and I like how they like reunited. You know, it wasn't just like right away.
Absolutely.
Love does exist, people. It does.
Well, meanwhile, it was a very interesting interview for late night television when Trevor Noah, host of The Daily Show, had conservative host Tommy Lauren on his show. It was a very intense debate as the two discussed hot-button issues pertaining to the Black Lives Matter movement and other relevant social topics.
Talk about awkward.
What? Listen, it was so cringeworthy. I did not want Tommy to say anything bad. I was please, the whole time. But I think it was pretty good.
I know. It was just like, just keep in mind that everybody's watching you. So watch out with what you're saying, you know?
Exactly.
But in other news, after a number of headlines concerning the troubled relationship, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp are finalizing their divorce. This comes after allegations from her that Depp had been abusing her. Honestly, like, he's such an amazing actor and I always looked up to him, but for him to come and do that, like, there's never an excuse to do that. It's never okay. Yes.
I was so surprised.
You wouldn't expect that of him.
Exactly. Exactly. It's so...
It's heartbreaking, to be honest. Like,
you know what? It's been a rough couple of weeks for Kanye West, who was finally released from UCLA Medical Center on Thursday after being checked in and treated for exhaustion. The rapper's visit comes after a string of unfortunate events, including a cancellation of the rest of his St. Pablo tour, following a rant against Beyoncé and Jay-Z during his show in Sacramento, which was cut short. And of course, his wife Kim has been by his side through it all.
It's honestly so refreshing to see how much of a power couple they are. You know, I mean, at first, when they first got married, you thought, oh, it's just another marriage down the line, no big deal. Yes.
Yeah.
But they're actually gonna work together, you know? It's like they were meant for each other.
I love it. It's so cute.
They love each other as much as they love themselves. Anyways, Selena Gomez is back after taking a break from taking care of herself. The singer cites changing the people she surrounds herself with and staying off her phone as a main factor in her recovery. She made her first public appearance at the American Music Award late November, accepting her first award for Favorite Pop Rock Female Artist. In her speech, Selena acknowledged her public struggles and gave fans empowering words and thanking them for their support.
She is really an inspiration.
She's an inspiration, yes. I mean, for such a popular person, and she has a voice, you know, people listen to them. So for her to come and speak about issues that like many people go through, it's empowering and refreshing.
I love it. It's amazing. She's great.
Yes, you go, Selena.
Well, that's it. That's a wrap for our last episode of Entertainment Now for the semester. I'm Brittany Joseph.
And I'm Denise Jimenez. Have a great week.
Thank you, Brittany and Denise. That's all we have for the last episode of Eye of the Storm. For all the latest content, like us on Facebook and follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at WRED-TV.
Also, be sure to check out WRED-TV.com to keep up with all of our episodes and find out how you can be part of our productions. From all of us here, I'm Nicole Augusto.
And I'm Robert Bartels. Have a great rest of the semester, everyone.